There's a house Lou built outside Philadelphia. I called up my half-sisters and got them to meet me there. All these years, we've never talked about our three families.
I always used to ask him, why didn't you design a house for us, Daddy?
Right,
You know?
right.
And once explained to me that he had this idea of a house with many, many mullions. And you'd look through those windows and you'd see a woman preparing a meal. It was a very romantic idea of what home was. And he could never build it for himself.
I think his vision was just so different from the way his personal life really was, that there was no way he couldn't
Justify
take the
those two
and
things.
put them together at all. I had a scrapbook when I was a teenager. So I would get little, like I'd save every card, every little thing, you know. No, really, when he...
Oh, these things are two of his famous bow ties tied at the rakish angle very carefully. Fortunately, my mother saved some of his ties.
His ties.
Well, I heard you guys talking about when Lou died. Well, were you saying that was when you first saw me?
That's when I first saw you. I came in with my mother, and I saw Harriet, and I saw a towhead, blonde hair, very nicely decked out youth of 10, 11, and I figured that had to be you. And I don't remember, you were there with your mother, but I don't think we spoke.
Well, my mother, this
don't
is what
remember.
happened before the funeral. My mother was called by friends of your mother's and told to not show up because your mother had requested to not, she didn't want to see my mother at the funeral.
I wonder if that's true.
That's what we were told too.
Oh yeah, she was
Yeah.
called up and asked that would, she was carrying out the wishes of your mother. And
But you came anyway.
But my mother was absolutely furious and hung up the phone. So I said, well, Mom, what's the point of being furious? We're going anyway.
The casket was there, and I remember there was some arms went in front of us, and we were pushed into the side room.
You were I remember your being on the side because I had a search for you, and I went deliberately to Harriet to say something because I had never met you, and I knew whoever you are, you must be suffering in some way. And I said, hello, Harriet. She stared straight ahead, and she didn't have anything to do with me. And I felt really bad about that because I went up with the best of intentions to say, look, I'm not my mother, or I'm not.
You're not, you know.
You're not.
Had
and
nothing to
that's
do with
Right.
that. And,
Yeah.
you know, on the other hand, I hadn't really made contact with her since you were born, and I felt badly about that, but I knew I couldn't have handled it. But
I guess what I've always wondered is, are we a family?
what are your expectations of what a
I don't know.
family is?
I don't know the answer. I don't know the answer.
We're a family through choice. I mean, if we care about each other, it's because we decide to. Not because we happen to be related through some fluke of a father that happened to have these children.
Yeah.